most women want the wedding day, they want the ring, they want the bragging rights, they want the Instagram post. But do they really want the wife job description? Now, the wife job description, I believe in it so much, that's why I won't do it. I was engaged. And that's what, before all this, very early in my career, I was engaged. I was in my 20s for my college sweetheart. And the one thing we decided is we would never get divorced. And I really think people should make that decision before you get married, because it's like, listen, if we do this, it's me and you till we see Jesus. And there wasn't an infidelity. I realized we had different life plans. And most women usually just kind of follow the man. Nothing wrong with that, right? And at that time, it would have made sense. He was an electrical engineer. I'm a radio host making $7 an hour. I'm gonna probably be fired in I would you get fired all the time in radio. I have no job security. So girl, you got this man, tall, dark, handsome, marry him, have babies, and run off to the sunset. And I couldn't make that bet because I had so much inside of me. I had to take a risk on becoming who Kendra could become. And that's 20 years ago. And as I say, I always tell my age because I want people to know my life is a journey. I'm 46 years old. If I would know that you make that deal and you decide to go for your career, and at 46, you still wouldn't be married, you still wouldn't have kids, would you make that same bet? Absolutely.
You would,
because I had to choose myself. Yeah. Like, I don't want to be married and just say I'm married. If I'm married, it's because this is what God's purpose is for me. And I'm riding out with you to the sunset. And I know you're going to mess up, but I'm here. I'm Coretta Scott Kinging it. Yeah. And if I can't Coretta Scott King it, then I'm not going to do it. You just should. Yeah.
Attention, player haters and overrated disbelievers of all kinds. I stand before you today 10 toes down as the bearer of bad news. Y'all done fucked up.
What's happening, fam? Let's just get into it, man. Modern women are too selfish. Okay. Shout out to Kendra G. But the thing about this conversation is just selfishness. Like, you ladies have been for decades raised to be selfish, enabled to be selfish. Cultured to be selfish, to the point where it's the norm. And because it's the norm to you, your family raised you to be selfish. Your friends, enabled y'all, had a little selfish coven to advertise that selfishness was the thing, right? Media and social media encouraged you to be selfish. And it never dawns on y'all that, the reason why you don't really have any substantial relationships in life is because it's all about you. You're selfish, you're self-centered. Your family raised you that way, and to say, hey, the women told other women, a man got to do this and a man need to do this, and this is what a man's supposed to do, and this is what a man's supposed to do. And they didn't say what you were supposed to do for a man, because if you ever do something for a man, he ain't a real man. Then you had the men in the families. Hey man, you deserve the best, and you deserve this, and you deserve that, and everybody got to give you the world, and if you can't get a man, well, they give you the world, and he's no good. And then, but your dads, your uncles, your brothers didn't tell you, hey man, this is what you should be to a man. So the whole time, it's just been you. You've been in a sorority of you fi you, me fi me. So now, y'all approach is horrible. So, it's about your wants first, your desires, your thoughts, your feelings, your ideals, before it's even about your needs. So now we play this game where, you deal with all the bad things in men, and I need to be with a man that does X, Y, Z for me because the men in my past were not good to me. But you never take inventory of if you were good to the men in your life. Because most of you were not. Most of you weren't good girlfriends. Most of you, let me back that up. Most of you weren't good people to take out on a date with. Most of you weren't good to people in the courting process. Then you wasn't good in the dating process. Then if you got in a relationship, you wasn't really good in relationships. But for some odd reason, because the relationships didn't work out, you're owed something because it's all about you. Some of you had kids the same way. I ain't gonna say some. A lot of you had kids the same way. These are my kids. I'm gonna do what I want to do, and it's like, and your families enable that selfishness too. So now you're selfish single, you're selfish, in relationships, you're selfish, with kids, you're selfish in marriages, and then when all of these relationships crumble over time, you're surprised, you're shocked, you don't understand what people are talking about. When people are tired of dealing with you, because people just say, oh, when women get unattractive, people don't want to be around them. That's a true statement. But also, a lot of people just don't want to be around the selfishness. You get what I'm saying? This idea that because you were born a female and you grew up to be a quote unquote woman, basically the goal in life is to get somebody to do everything for you while you live a life of leisure. And you get to watch these people around you, work themselves to death while you just kick back and relax because you're a lady. Everybody's supposed to make sure you're happy and make sure you got what you need and make sure you got what you want and make sure you get to do whatever you want to do. But the whole time, you don't care about nobody around you in it when they're not doing something for you, which means you don't care about them when they're doing something for you. So when she says, in the beginning, women don't want to be wives. Yeah, fine. I got my career. Cool. But here's the crazy part about the selfishness. Even when you career women want to meet a man who's, let's just say, a career man so he can take care of you while you're a career woman and hopefully you can stop being a career woman. He got to have enough for you to quit your career. That's selfish. That's selfish. And the standard is if you don't give me what my job give me or what my career give me, hold up. So you mean to tell me even when it comes to your own independence, it's really a scam? Because even when you got your independence from what you do and where you work, this is still a hustle for you because if I could find somebody else to do it, what I said is my dream and what I really want to do in my life and was quote unquote my purpose. But if I find a man who got a lot of money, I get that up too. So let's just deal, with the reality of what's really going on. You were raised to be takers. And the older you get, the less you want to be around a taker. And here's the interesting thing. A lot of you ladies have a short fuse for being a giver. Because when you got to give something, the world's coming to, I had to do something for this. I got to spend money. I got to spend time. I got to spend effort. I'm overwhelmed. You're overwhelmed by what you are expecting the world to do for you 24/7. So at the end of the day, yeah, that's why you're winding up alone. Because see, a lot of y'all, part of the singleness is actually a reality check. You're not taking care of yourself in the standards that you want some imaginary stranger to come out of the woodworks and do for you. Your family didn't take care of you in the way that you want the world to do for you. You get what I'm saying? Some of y'all want y'all kids to take care of y'all. Nobody else did it. The kids got to do. Everybody owes you something in your mind because you're entitled to everything of everybody else's blood, sweat, and tear, labor, love, money, everything. And the reason I can say this is because let's reverse this. This selfishness has gotten so far that most guys had stepped out of the just say the relationship market and left you with your let's just say feminism or feminist or just womanist or womanhood, sisterhood market. So now y'all see it for yourselves, because even with y'all, when y'all out with each other, you know, women are scamming each other on brunches and on, you're tired of the girls trips, and you're tired of going over hanging out with this person, because it's always about, now it's a group of women together. When women want, how can I say this? A group of women together when one woman wants everybody to cater to them, or two, or 2 out of 5, or 3 out of 10, or 4 out of 10, and it becomes a burden, and to the point that the women go, I don't like women no more. To the point that even the lesbians like, I don't the lesbians are like, I don't like women no more. See, this has nothing to do with the men. It's the selfishness and the lack of self-awareness, which is BS, because you're so selfish. You don't care about self-awareness, because self-awareness is not going to get you all the selfish wants and desires you have. So you get to play stupid. And mind you, and then let me go start wrapping it up by talking about this. Some of y'all swear that, no, you've been treated bad by men. Here's the thing, and I'm gonna make it extreme in a sense, because we like y'all, we like to deal with men, or let's just say cheaters or abusive. Here's the thing. Y'all have gotten so selfish that y'all call it cheating when you're with somebody and he steps out on you when you're in a relationship with him and you don't want to be with him the whole time. You just want what he wants. You just want the things he does for you. You're like, he cheated on me. He was with another woman. Yeah, you wasn't with him the whole time. You said you was with him. You said, "Oh, we're in a relationship," but when it came to doing the things that you do in a relationship, unless I can X out even the sexual part, you just didn't want to do it, because a real man, if a real man wouldn't let a woman, a real man would do this. A real man, see, you real man your way out of a relationship while you in a relationship, because then you use real man as an excuse to not do anything in a relationship. So then the guy goes, man, let me go somewhere else. And then, oh, I got cheated on, I got abused. It's no, 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 no. He just realized he wasn't in a relationship, and he moved accordingly. He should have dumped you. That's the truth. He should have dumped you. Yeah, that's the sucker stuff about it, but because it's betrayal. But the betrayal is also saying you're with somebody when you're just using them for what they can do for you. That's a betrayal too. But y'all don't look at that as betrayal, because you're so selfish. As long as you get what you want, it really doesn't count. And this is where we are at as a society, across all color lines, by the way. So don't even try to play that game. But y'all can tell me what you think, man. Like, share, subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Peace.